Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Food and Fun Friday with another new recipe. Would have been in yesterday's slideshow, so I hope you got a chance to see that, make it, and sit down with me today, or maybe one of my other keto recipes. I'm gonna chat with you guys, eat, read scriptures, and I'm also gonna tell a story, a little bit of a naughty story. If you're new to the channel, go right down there and hit the big red subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Share around this channel, please, to help this channel to grow, which also in return helps all of you if you're trying to do a keto way of life. And definitely shoot me a thumbs up if you're enjoying my videos. Stay tuned, everyone. Hi everyone, great to see you. So excited to be back in. Love doing these Food and Fun Fridays where I make a recipe that I share with you on Thursdays in a slideshow, and then I sit down and I eat it. Of course, it's all done in the same day so that I can also tell you what I think of it. So because I pre-record all these videos. But yeah, this one here is a broccoli, ham, and cheddar soup. I have done a beef and broccoli cheddar soup. I have done a chicken and chicken and broccoli cheddar soup, but now it's like, the actual recipe to a cheddar and broccoli is ham. So we've got a ham and broccoli cheddar soup. Very easy to make. If you've seen the slideshow, it's just unbelievably how easy it is to make. But I always try to make my recipes quick, easy, and pretty much inexpensive. So yeah, I've got a delicious bowl of ham and broccoli. Look at that, you guys. Yum, look at all the big chunks of broccoli and ham in there. Excited, it's ham left over from Easter. I did stay keto, just so you guys know, I stayed keto. I just made a ham and we had cauliflower mash with it, with a little bit of sour cream on it and green beans. So I did stay keto on Easter. I always do, even though I'm in maintenance, I still love to remain within my keto journey. That's what keeps your journey going. Sure, you can have a cheat day, but let's start from the beginning. If you're new to my channel, I started November 4th of 2015. And in a short 18 months, maybe a little under there, I lost 170 plus pounds and got into maintenance mode. And as of this month here, I am 4 years in maintenance mode. And in all those days, we're at almost 6,000 days, or got to be right there at it. I've only had 11 off day plans. And I didn't even have my first off day plan until I had reached maintenance, and I was already clearly into maintenance for about 5 months. And that would have been in April, and I had my first cheat on Thanksgiving. So I've only had 11 in all those days. And that's why when you start a journey, you want to go into it 100%, you guys, because I've done many forms of life and lost weight, gained it back, lost weight, gained it back, because I never went into it 100%. And so, I just decided, once you got to a certain point, I could have a cheat day. Well, cheating messes with the head. It really does. So what I do now is if I want a day to splurge, even though I'm in maintenance, I just do a high fat day. I do what's called lazy keto or dirty keto. I eat more fat that day. I may even eat a little bit more than 20 carbs in a day, because that is what you're supposed to eat, is 20 net carbs or 20 total carbs. Okay, if you do a net, that just means you deduct dietary fiber off of green veggies, or you can do it off of sweet treats like this. You can deduct the alcohol, sugars, and the fiber on that as well. But remember, it would be like good sugars like erythritol, stevia, monk fruit. Some of them are done with sucralose and stuff like that. But basically, that's what you're deducting. And then you would get what's called the net carbs. So technically, we're probably doing more about 30 to 40 carbs. But when you deduct all of that in a day, then it's 20. I've always done net carb. It's just easier. Total carb, I give credit to those out there that can do total carb, because it would be pretty hard not to doing any deductions. You don't really get much carb to eat. But you can go zero for carb. You do not have to eat carbs, just so people understand that. You can go zero and do carnivore and just eat meat, eggs, cheese, stuff like that, and just do carnivore. You don't have to do any carbs. Carbs have no significant value at all. But what does is protein. Protein's the most important macro when doing, like the ketogenic or a way of life. It's the most important. Your protein and fat and carb is what makes up your calorie deficit, okay? And so, but the protein is the most important. And what I always tell people is, because I was taught professionally by a doctor, 2 keto nutritionists, my brother who teaches this as a job, and myself, all the studying I did. Okay, what it basically is half your current body weight. If you weigh 300 pounds, you'd eat 150 grams of protein. If you're like my weight at 135 to 140, I eat around 65 to 70. But since I started working out, I do more like about around 90 to 100. I just do that because I work out, so I try to get a little bit more in, but some days it might be a little lower, but I'm okay between 65 and 75. But if you are working out hardcore, I don't work out hardcore. I just do some cardio and some resistance at home. But if you are working out hard in a gym, then you do want to increase that protein. Now the fat, if you are doing this for weight loss and you have fat on your body, you can decrease that and you don't have to do the 75%. It's 20% protein, 75% fat, and 5% carbs. So let me make sure I said it right. 20% protein, 75% fat, and 5% carb. That's what keto is. Okay. So, but those two you do not have to meet. And I don't mean you can go over. I mean, you can go under. If you are, have fat on your body, the 75% can be lowered, which would be around, like people do, about 110, 150 grams. You lower it to 75 to 100 grams. And that's what I did. I used my body fat because I was taught that your body fat is your high fat source. It'll kick in and feed you what you need, so don't worry about that. Any other way of life, you couldn't do that. But the ketogenic way, you can. And I was taught that professionally. So, of course, I'm not a doctor myself. I'm not a nutritionist, but I was taught professionally. I've had pure success, you guys. And I went into this with a bad heart. I have cardiomyopathy, which I developed when I had my son. So it's postpartum cardiomyopathy. I went in with a bad heart. I had high cholesterol, high triglycerides, high blood pressure, high sugar levels, HPV, PCOS, GERD, stomach problems, asthma. I went into this with a lot of things wrong. I was on 22 medications. I did many forms of life of different ways to eat, and nothing would eliminate my meds that I was taking for the heart. And my heart wasn't getting any better than 25%. In the beginning, it was only 8. At the age of 22, you guys, my heart was only functioning at 8%, which means I had the heart of an 83-year-old. Yes, but I got strong. I got through it. I got on a lot of meds, sucked. But I took a lot of medications for a lot of years, like 15 years I did. And the heart only got up to about 25%. But I started keto, and within just months, you guys, I started at almost 300 pounds. I was 2 pounds shy of 300 when I started. When I only lost about 25 to 30 pounds, they were taking me off my heart meds, taking me off my cholesterol meds, my high blood pressure meds. They were taking me off of everything because I was just getting so healthy, even at a high weight like that. So keto is a wonderful way of life. Carbs just are devastatingly so bad for people. They really are. Even when you do a good complex carb, if you work out in a gym, hey, you need your carbs. I do believe that a person would need it. If you're a heavy bodybuilder and stuff like that, you need your carbs. Eat good complex carbs though. You don't eat healthy. Maybe a paleo diet would be really good, which is very healthy because nothing is processed and all of that. But when doing the keto, it really helped. And I hear many people that get eliminated off of meds. I got eliminated off of everything except for 2, very low dose. The heart is almost at 50%. And hey, it's been almost 3 years. So maybe it is 50% now because now I'm working out on top of it. I've been doing for almost 2 years now. Well, a year and a half, I've been doing 1 meal a day. Throughout my whole journey, I did fasting. I did 16-hour throughout the journey, but I did incorporate that till about 2 months in. I wanted to get good fat adapted, and then I incorporated 16-hour fasting. So I'd eat 2 meals, a little snack, and then stop like around 7 at night, I think, and then I wouldn't eat till noon the next day. And that's how I did it. Then as time went on, I learned about OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, which I do here, and I do that 6 days a week still to this day. We'll go over that. I've done alternate day fasting where I went 40 hours, 45 hours, just a lot of fasting, which helps with skin, gets you into autophagy after 18 hours. Autophagy helps with skin, helps you to renew your body, make you young and youthful. You can watch a video on that in my playlist under either Keto Journey or Miscellaneous. It would be in both. Just look it up. It would be on autophagy. I also did one on the ketogenic diet, so you can learn more about that. But yeah, it's just amazing when you hit autophagy. It helps the skin. That's why after losing all the weight that I did, I had some loose skin and I lost it very fast, but not a lot. And as time goes on, I've showed you guys pictures of me in a swimsuit and all that. I don't have a lot of loose skin. I really don't. I mean, that's what I'm left with. I've showed you my stomach. I've showed you, videos of me in January and February. I did that challenge. I'm still doing it, but March was a little bit of a tough month for me. There was a lot going on. So I'm sorry I didn't, do that and show you guys pictures. I will hopefully for April be able to do that, but there's just a lot going on. But I've showed you guys pictures. You've seen skin pictures of what I was when I first lost to all the fasting I did and, incorporating longer windows and all that. And the reason I still do it now is because I just get all my calories in one meal because I love it. I love hitting autophagy. I love the way I feel. I absolutely love it. So I do that 6 days a week. And then Sundays, I give myself a break and I just eat whenever I'm hungry. I eat till I'm full. And then just, whatever I want to do for Sunday. Sunday's my free day, but it's all ketogenic. All keto foods. I do stick with keto, but I don't watch the calories or anything that day. And I just enjoy it. And if I go up a couple of pounds because of water, which would just be water weight, because you'd have to eat a lot of calories to actually gain real weight. But yeah, I may go up a few pounds, but of course through the week I lose that again because I'm in maintenance. So I want to have a little bit of fun, but I love fasting. I love it. That's why I do 24-hour fasting, because I love the way I feel. So if you need any help, I do link down in my description box, my email. I'd love to help you if you want to get set up on a keto plan and you don't understand the deficits, the calorie intake, what you can, I need to ask some personal questions. I've helped over 3,000 people get their life back, and I'd love to help you. I'm not a doctor, but I've been able to set people up on plans. If you just want to know what a calorie deficit for you would be, I need to ask some personal questions. So if you need help, it's linked down in the description box. And also, if you'd love to know how to get close to the Lord, I'd love to help you with that as well. Getting your salvation, because a lot of people say, well, I go to church, I believe in God and all that. That's not the same thing. You need to have your salvation. It's important. You need to read certain Bible verses and you need to believe Jesus walked this earth, believe he died, believe he sacrificed himself for us to have that salvation if we believed. And you got to get a personal relationship with Jesus to be able to get to his Father, to get to God. So you can go to church all your life and claim I'm a Christian, but unless you have your salvation, you got to know for sure you do to know you're making it to heaven. Do you know if you died today, if you'd make it to heaven? I'm going to do a video on that for you guys, and we'll go over that so that I can help many more understand to get their salvation with the Lord. And we do feel he is coming back soon. So I need all of you guys just to get on board with the Lord and get your salvation. You're going to feel different. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and read our words of Jesus for women. This one is on everything changed. Put your sword away. Shall I not drink the cup the Father has given me? John 18:11. And it goes on to say, it was the beginning of the end. Soldiers had come to arrest Jesus, and one of his followers pulled out a sword to defend him. Jesus stopped his friend because he knew he was doing what God wanted him to do. He knew it was going to be hard. He would be tortured and murdered, but it was God's plan for him. Jesus was completely surrendered to the plan because of his love for you. For you, for me, for everybody, for God so loved the world. That's why this plan was taken into action. The temptation as your faith becomes a way of life through the years may be to forget how very special this sacrificial choice was. Don't forget, it changed everything. And it did, it changed everything, because prior to him dying on the cross, to get to heaven was a lot harder. Now, if you believe and, ask for forgiveness, that's what the crucifixion was for our sins to be forgiven, because we fall short of the glory of God daily. We do. We fall short of him daily. I don't care how much of a Christian you are. My pastor falls short, he said, every day. And he is such a godly man, and I can't even imagine him falling short. I see him out and about, and he doesn't even know I'm there, and he's just so godly. But everybody falls short. Even just an angry day, even if you have anger, that's a sin. So you got to get right and understand the true meaning, how to get your true salvation. And I'll do a video on that with you guys, like I said, and I'll read those verses to you. The bottom says, and this was such a great thing. Wasn't it a great thing to hear right after Easter, to hear this? What, the sacrifice the Lord did for us, knowing he was going to be murdered and beat and abused and like you said here, tortured. He was tortured. He was unrecognizable. The Lord was unrecognizable. They did so much to him. They even talked about how deep the whips were that they had put in him and ripped out of his body. Pieces of him ripped out. He carried a 250-pound cross himself, his own cross that he was going to be crucified on. He carried it himself. He suffered, you guys. They wouldn't give him nothing to drink. They spit on him. They put a thorn of crowns that they shoved into his head, blood coming down. I mean, he was tortured. He was unrecognizable, and he did this for us. And, that's how much God loved us, and that's how much Jesus loved us. So just remember that, you guys. That's what Easter was all about. Remember that and get your salvation. Get right with the Lord. Get right with him. The bottom says, imitate God. Yeah, imitate God. Therefore, in everything you do, because you are his dear children, live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ. He loved us and offered himself as a sacrifice for us, a pleasuring aroma to God. Ephesians 5:1-2. Isn't that amazing? God sending his only son to do this for us, and Jesus did it. He did it. He didn't even complain. He could have called the angels to come and save him and take him down and just destroy the world because we're sinful people and evil is so much evil in our world. He could have done that, but he didn't, because he wanted us to make it to heaven. The road to heaven is narrow and the road to hell is wide. Many, many will go to hell, as sad as that is. But if you get your salvation, 100% you're going to make it to heaven then. And you can't lose your salvation once you have it. Start your day, go through your day, and end your day with Life's Manual. Get this Bible and read it. Study it. Spend quality alone time in a room, in a closet. Call it your war room, your warrior room, in your bedroom somewhere alone. Spending time with Jesus, praying to him, asking him for things, but praying for others as well. Pray for others, because God already knows what you want, but you can ask him for anything. Ask, and like Mark 11:24 says, ask in faith, believe, and it shall be yours. And there's another verse that says, you can ask me for anything, and if you believe, ye shall have it. And you shall. So believe, get that faith big in the Lord. God loves a faithful heart, and God also hates a fearful heart. So try not to have fear, because it says 365 times in this book to fear not. So try not to have fear either, you guys, and just pick it up and read it and study it and get a close personal relationship with the Lord, because in order to get to heaven, you need to read, get a personal relationship with Jesus. So read this book. You're going to love your life when you feel the presence of the Lord and you're walking with the Lord. You will feel different, and God will help you get through even times like this, trying to lose weight. People struggle. 99% of people will fail on a diet. 1% will succeed. I'm in that 1 percentile, but I walk with the Lord, and he's helped me every step of the way. I wear my strength ring, which is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And it's my strength ring that I wear. I got many years ago. It's made of pewter, and I got it from a Christian bookstore, and I've never taken it off since the day I started the ketogenic way of life. So God has helped me to get through, and it's the strength of him. I don't need this ring, but I love it. It makes me feel good inside. I feel like this ring has given me that strength, because I look down and I see it and I remember that Bible verse, because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. We can. So just ask for that strength and ask him to help you. But let's get a personal relationship with him, and let's get our salvation with the Lord, so you know exactly where you're going. Because ask yourself that right now. If you died today, do you know exactly where you would go? And if you don't, then you need to get right. That means that you don't have your salvation with the Lord. You don't quite understand the whole thing. And like I said, I can help you with that as well. But I'm going to do a video on that. Maybe I'll try to stick it up for Sunday, or just squeeze it in there somewhere. We'll read some verses, or instead of maybe one day of reading this, I'll read the verses of that for you guys, and we'll pray together, and we can get your salvation. So I'd love to help you guys with that. So anyways, all right, my one meal. I'm having my broccoli and ham cheddar cheese soup, and this is 8.75 carbs a bowl. It did make 4 servings. You would have seen if you saw yesterday's slideshow. So it's a little bit higher, but still regular broccoli and ham cheddar cheese soup. Yeah, it's like 26 or 30 grams a bowl. And that's only for 1 cup. I got 2 cups here. That will make 4 servings. And you see, in the slideshow, I did a 2-cup serving. So, but just delicious. So 8.75. So we'll just say 9. And then with the cucumber, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then with the ranch on it, that's 13, 14. This has got 3 in it, the yogurt, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then the nuts, 17, 18, and that's the yogurt. You can have those or the their keto ratio, I believe. Those are also keto. So, but those are done with the circulose. So I like these ones a lot better here. And with the serving, I said I was at 18, and then with this peanut butter cup here, the Quest peanut butter cups. I always like to throw a treat in this video when I do it. I really have a treat maybe once or twice a week. Usually on Sundays I do, but I'll throw it in this video as well. Even in maintenance. When I wasn't in maintenance, I didn't really do treats. I didn't want that sugar, because we're, a keto diet is no sugar, no grain. So even when we do fake sugars like that, it kind of does mess with the head, and it does kind of, keep you stalled for a while. So I tried not to eat a lot of treats. If I needed it through the monthly, plug your ears, guys, I would just do a bite of one, just a bite and put it away. Yes, I was that strong and I would just freeze it then. That's what I would do. Just monthly, I'd just take a bite. But now I just add these in these, but that's one. So I've got 19 total, 19 net carbs here. And then I do have an Earl Grey decaffeinated tea here with some MCT oil in it for extra fat. And I've got one of my Clear American Waters Mandarin Orange today. So I've got a lot of fat with the ham, the cheddar cheese. Oh, my goodness, I forgot to put the cheddar cheese on top. Hold on one second. Magically, I have a 4th cup of cheddar cheese in here now. That's what I was supposed to have. But anyways, with the fat of the ham, the cheddar cheese, the soup mix itself, the Ragu sauce, the ranch dressing, the nuts, of course, fat in here, MCT, I got plenty of fat for my one meal. And this here, I will share with you guys. I'm going to do that in a treat video. Hopefully it'll be, you'll get it tomorrow. Hopefully I want to share that. It's just a new mixture that I found at Five Below. So I'm going to share that with you guys. But anyways, this is my one meal. So we're going to go ahead and try this broccoli, cheddar cheese, broccoli, ham, and cheddar cheese soup. Now you got the cheddar cheese on it. I'm sorry, you guys. You saw it in the slideshow. I had it in the slideshow because I made a bowl. And of course you see it there, but I forgot to put it on this one here. That was my husband's bowl. Yum, yum, yum. Would not know any difference. I've had plenty of ham and broccoli cheddar cheese soup, and this doesn't taste any different. Yet it's super low carb. Oh, that is yummy. And the seasoning was just salt and pepper and oregano. Again, go into yesterday's slideshow. It's a quick little slideshow, step-by-step how to make it. Otherwise, down in this box too, I will link all the ingredients and how to make it as well. And I put it in the slideshow video too. I link it down in there too. So if you forget or whatever, you can go down there, or you can rewind it because those videos are so short. But you can go down in the box too and see how to make it. Let's go ahead and open our water. I love these so much. I'm wearing, Jennifer, He Paid It All, Jesus Paid It All. And great shirt for this time again, because it was Easter month, resurrection of Christ, also his death and resurrection. So, had to wear that today. I thought that'd be great to wear it for this video, just because I knew what verse I was going to read and all of that. And then I just love this shirt, being this month that he died for us and rose again. So Jesus paid it all. And I'll just stand up and show you guys. Jennifer got me that shirt. My good friend Jennifer Kraswinski, she got this for me. Isn't that nice? Such a nice gift. I love it. Thank you, Jennifer. So, all right. But anyways, we're going to do a story. And like I said, it's a little bit naughty, but I'll do it in a very clean way. And it is between me and my husband, okay? So you might want to have the kids leave the room. I do not put this on for children. I do put not for children in my videos, but I know some of you let your kids watch videos because I don't say anything dirty, and I'm not going to say anything dirty in this video, but you may want to have them removed from the room for this one. I will make it as clean as possible. Anyways, let's see how we would start it. Love my cucumbers with ranch. Okay. My husband got, was doing like side jobs. Looking up like on, like in the newspaper and stuff like that, or on Facebook and stuff like that, different sites that you could go on just to look for work. Google, all of that. And we were newlyweds. We had just been married about 6 months, probably 6 months to a year. And he was just getting, side jobs here and there. People would call him for work or whatever because he was looking for work. And while he was looking for work, he was doing these side jobs. And this guy that was kind of redoing his home, redoing everything, redoing the bathroom, redoing part of the house and all of that, just different parts of the house, whatever, had needed somebody to come in and do some work, to redo the bathroom and all that and do some work or whatever. Phelan would go there, and the guy sometimes would be there and sometimes he wasn't. And he would just, give him the key to get in and stuff. And he said, after this, I'm going to have more work for you after this. I'm going to need you for a while to finish up this, and then I'll have more work for you. After a while, after he met Phelan, really liked him and everything. So he was doing work for him. And a lot of times the guy wasn't there. He said, a lot of times I won't be there because he worked too. The guy worked too. So that's why he needed somebody to help with the house. So he really wasn't around a lot. And I was bored one day. I was just bored. And Phelan said, hey, you want to go with me? You could help me, he said. There's things you could do. You could definitely help me with some things or whatever. And I said, okay. So I went with him this day. And he showed me the whole house and everything. I'm like, wow, this house is awesome. It was a really old house too. Like, it was cool looking. But they were redoing it or whatever. And it was out in the country. Nobody around. It's way out in the boonies. My husband was working on the bathroom, hanging things up, hammering some wood pallets in and stuff like that. Or pieces of wood, or tearing some of the wood out, the floor up. He was tearing the floor up in the bathroom and all that. And I was there just handing him things, handing him, tools and filling the nail gun and all that, just doing different stuff like that. After a little while, we're newlyweds. After a little while, we're kind of thinking, hey, we're all by ourselves here. I'm sure you can imagine from there what was going through our head. And we were just kind of looking around saying, well, nobody's here. And the guy, I think he had told him that day, that's why my husband brought me, because he said, you can go ahead and come with me. He goes, I'm not going to even ask the guy because he's not going to be there today. He said he works late today. Because I think he owed Phelan money that day. And he said, I won't be able to give it to you. If you want to meet up with me later, I can give you the money, but I'm working all day. So Phelan just thought, well, hey, a perfect day to bring you in. He was going to ask, could he bring me? But he thought, what's the difference? I'm his wife. Why couldn't I be there? So he didn't even ask the guy. He just let me come with. So good. So, but anyway, so we were there, and yeah, we started to feel, well, he did, and then I did, a little bit frisky. Who doesn't think of those times when, you can do it at home in bed and everything, but sometimes we think, let's be a little bit naughty. Let's change it up a little bit, right? Let's just have a little bit of fun. And we were newlyweds. We were married. He's my husband. Don't know how much God appreciated that, being in somebody else's house, but we are married. Nobody was there. We weren't trying to, expose ourselves or try to let somebody see us. That wasn't the plan, and he wasn't supposed to come home, that guy. So, my husband gives me that look, and of course I know my husband's look, and me too, newlyweds. And so we went into the bathroom part. They had this beautiful jacuzzi, and we didn't fill the jacuzzi up or anything, but just a beautiful part of the bathroom. And well, I don't have to tell you what happened. You know what happened. While we were in the moment, we heard some noises. We did. We heard, and we both got quiet for a second. We're like, shh. We listened, like, God, is somebody here? And we were listening, and we thought we definitely heard somebody. But just like, listen. And we were listening, but we don't know how long, if that person had been there, or if somebody was even there. But we were listening, like, shh. And I'm like, oh my gosh, sounds like somebody here. So, of course, immediately we got dressed and just went back to work. Went downstairs. Nobody was there. So we thought we just imagined it because we were a little bit nervous and stuff like that, But, hey, we all, I've heard people do it outside and do it in different areas where people can't see, just because of that rush. So, but anyways, nobody was there. So I was like, well, thank God nobody was here. So I said, let's just get back to work and we'll just finish at home later. So we got to, finish working and whatever, and then left and went home. And my husband had to go back. He still had a lot to do. There was still tons to do. The guy met up with him that night, paid him his money, and said to him, you know, I don't need any more. He goes, I'm running out of money, and I really don't need any more help or whatever. I'm just going to finish this up myself. And he said, but I thought you said you had other work for me and stuff. He goes, yeah. He goes, I can't afford some, but you could tell he was stuttering and stuff like that. Well, he never called my husband back again. Or did he? He said he was going to call him back. He said, I'll call you back. You know, he goes, I don't need any more for right now, but I'll call you back. But it was already set up for my husband to do more work and to finish that house. He paid him and said, I'll call you though. I just don't need you for a little while. Never called my husband again. So he did come into the house. He did hear us. He did know what was going on, and he left out of respect, even though it's his home. I'm so happy he didn't come up and like see us or, you know, say get out or whatever. That would have been so embarrassing. Thank God he kept it, you know, between them. But we obviously know he did, because Phelan still had more work there, and yeah, the guy never called him back again. So yeah, so I got my husband in trouble. It wasn't exactly all my fault. Come on, he's a man. And we were newlyweds. So, but yeah, he never called him back again, and there was a lot of work for him. And Phelan said, God, he never called me back. He goes, he knew it. He definitely was in the house because we heard somebody. He goes, he definitely heard us. So, hopefully I kept that story clean enough. But funny story, isn't it? Funny. But thinking back of it now, just embarrassing that somebody heard and stuff like that. Then you think, oh my gosh, like he was there. So it was just, yeah, kind of embarrassing. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it as clean as possible. But I thought, my husband remembered that story the other day. He goes, you should tell him that one. Just keep it clean. How clean can you truly keep it? But I did keep it clean. I'm sure you guys got stories when you were first married, or some naughty story. And there were other naughty times after. Me and Phelan didn't stop being naughty after that. There's another story. I'll tell you some other time. Another naughty one. But hey, I'm married. We all make mistakes. Again, we all fall short of God daily. I'm sure God would have rather we've been home, in our home, behind closed doors. But even though we weren't at home in closed doors, we were somewhere where nobody was supposed to be there. And, you know, you shouldn't, I mean, obviously, yeah, I shouldn't do something at somebody else's house. But it's not like we were exposed or, you know, hoping he'd walk in and catch us like on the counter or something, you know? No. We were upstairs in a room with the door locked, closed. So, but yeah, he definitely heard, because why would he say, I have a bunch of work for you, and you're doing such a great job, and you know, this is turning out so great, and you know, I'm going to need you for a few weeks here, and then I have other work for you or whatever. And he never called him back again after he paid him that night. Never called him. So we know what happened. And the fact that we hurt somebody. So I guess being naughty sometimes doesn't pay off. Actually, it probably never does. But I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. And yeah, like I said, I'm a good girl. I don't want to say anything naughty. But my husband said, that's okay. Just say it in a good way. And we're husband and wife. We were married. All right. That's it for the soup and the cucumbers. And now I'm going to mix in these nuts here. And I'm doing this one, the coconut one. And this thing here has little coconut pieces. I'm going to go over and show you guys that for Saturday's video, I believe. Or I may be doing some more of that cookie dough, but a different version, you guys. If not, I'll do the cookie dough another week. Man, that cookie dough was good. Jennifer, you know I got that mix for you. Do you like it? Isn't it good? Oh my God, it's so good. I want to share that though with everybody. So, okay, serving up my whipped cream. Ooh, Jennifer, try the coconut one with that mixture I sent you. Because of the coconut pieces in it. Oh my gosh, that's good inside of here. It's good in the vanilla one too, but I really love it in this coconut one. That's the first time I tried it in the coconut. Yum. All right, we'll have one of these. Another thing I sent Jennifer was a package of these, the Quest peanut butter cups. She doesn't have them where she lives. And so she got to taste them for the first time, and she agreed that they taste just like a real Reese's peanut butter cup. They do. I don't like the ones by the Slim Fast peanut butter cups. I like the mint bombs. I love the lemon ones. Me and her are hooked on the lemon ones. We love the lemon ones because it's white chocolate with lemon in it. I hope that they make more of those with like raspberry. I would love a raspberry one. Yum. It's just a hard chocolate with hard lemon in it, but I would love a raspberry flavored one. That would be so good. But anyways, excuse me, frog in the throat. Love the lemon one. Love the mint bombs. Love the caramel one, all that. But I wasn't big on the peanut butter ones. Those are the ones I hated. Not hated, but did not like at all. I never, ever bought those ones. In the beginning, when they first came out, that's all I could buy. But they started making other flavors. But these truly taste like a real peanut butter cup. They're the same size as a peanut butter cup, and they taste identical. And I'm sure Jennifer will write down below. Yes, they are identical. And she had never even seen these. They don't have them where she is. So I'm really glad I sent you a box of them because I didn't know you had never had these. I thought you did. This is by the Quest. I always say Quest, all keto. But everybody's got to test their own body. Try things that are Quest products and then urinate on the strips hours and hours later and see if you get kicked. Some people do. I never have, and I really say that Quest is really good for keto. They have pizza, chips, desserts. Let's see what else do they have. Well, a mixture I'm going to show you. Oh, no, that's not Quest. So they have the chips, the cookies, the bars, the pizza. Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff by Quest. I could not tell the difference. I asked my son, because of course my son doesn't do keto. So I asked my son one day when he was here. He wanted one of them because he loves, it's his favorite thing is Reese's peanut butter cup. So I gave him one. And I said, be honest, because you're a huge peanut butter cup lover. You don't do keto. You eat the real ones. Hope I don't have any stuff in my nose. I said, try one and tell me what you think. And he tried it, and he said, very close. He said, I still can tell the difference, Mom, just because I eat the real sugar ones. Not all the time, but he eats the real ones. But he said, if I was to say something close to, the closest to a dessert like that, like a candy bar or whatever, he said this would be the closest to the Reese's peanut butter cup. And he said, because that's his favorite is the Reese's. So I thought, try one of these and tell me what you think. And he said, they're really good. He loved them. He said, just slightly, he could tell it wasn't real sugar. Some people can taste that aftertaste or whatever. But he said, but Mom, that you could trick a lot of people. Because it was really hard to tell. Because if you gave me one of each, he goes, I'd probably have a really hard time. He goes, there was a slight difference. This mixture is so good. Yeah, this comes with 2 cups. And it's only 1 net gram. Look at that. 1 net gram down there. If you can see that, I hope you can. 1 net. 1 net carb for 2 cups. And the Slim Fast ones are 2 net for 1. And they're smaller than these. These are bigger. So, but anyways, I'm going to get off here. Finish up my other one. Rest of my yogurt, my coffee. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the new recipe. I hope you got a chance to make the recipe. Definitely make it. It was so easy to make. And definitely, enjoy it. Enjoy all these keto recipes I make and all that. And, just hope you guys are enjoying my videos. And I hope this wasn't too overwhelming for you guys, the story I told. Like I said, I tried to keep it clean. But again, he is my husband. And we all sometimes can get a little bit naughty. We were young, a lot younger than we are now. It was in the beginning of our marriage. We've been married, it'd be 10 years next year that we've been married, and 10 years in May that we've been together. So 11 years total total next year that we'll be together too, and married 10 years. So it was just about 4 or 5 months into our marriage. And yeah, we were younger and foolish, and we make better choices now. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the verses, and I hope you enjoyed the story. And I hope all of you guys are staying safe, happy, healthy, leaning on the Lord and trusting the Lord and getting that salvation with him. And like I said, I'll do a video on that one day. Instead of reading the scriptures, the words of wisdom, words of Jesus for women, I'll do a one on the verses, and then we can pray together, and you can do it right with me, and then you can get your salvation. So other than that, everybody stay safe, happy, healthy, leaning on Jesus and trusting him, and get that personal relationship with him. And I appreciate all of your guys' prayers. My brother-in-law and my cousin are still here, not doing good, but still here. So if you could continue to keep us in your prayers, and an unspoken prayer for me too. If you could keep me and my husband in prayer for an unspoken, God knows what it is. So if you could just pray for an unspoken for us as well. I love all of you guys very much. Everybody take care. God bless. And I'll see each and every one of you in my very next upload.